All right, welcome back to the channel. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz is coming up. Luis Ortiz accuses Deontay Wilder of using illegal punches, and that is not standing in the way, however, of this fight looking like it's going to do very well as it breaks another record for PBC's airing of fights on Fox. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also, I want to say special thank you to everybody that supports the channel in the live streams and OG Boxing Talk, Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with myself, co-host KQKC Boxing, Blood Boxing, Curtis Anderson, and Trap House Boxing. I think you guys will enjoy the show very much. Mature group of people have been fight fans for over 40 years. You will definitely get a lot of very good information and insight and perspective on a lot of different issues in boxing. I hope that you attend the show. Also, thank you to everybody that supports on the Patreon, the Cash App, and the Super Chats and the live streams. So let's get into this. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz 2 is the fight of this month. It's taking place in a couple months. In about 2 weeks, excuse me. And I've said this in multiple videos. I am like crazy nervous for this fight because it's a fight where you think you know what's going to happen, but you don't really know because there are two knockout punchers. One, Luis Ortiz, big, strong, only has one loss. Two Deontay Wilder, knockout artist, southpaw counter puncher, just a very, very dangerous guy. Looks like he's in good shape. And so it's just a really, really scary fight. But Luis Ortiz said some interesting things in the lead up to it. And that was, he thinks that Deontay Wilder is very, very difficult to prepare for, almost impossible to prepare for because you don't know what he's going to do in the ring. In the midst of talking about it, though, he mentions the illegal punches that Deontay Wilder throws, hitting people with the inside of his fist and coming straight down on their head with punches. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. That sounds like you might be a little bit scared, Luis. Sounds like you might be worried a little, Luis. You might be involved in some gamesmanship with the referees, but don't count on that helping you whatsoever because, man, people are hitting people in the back. At least you didn't say he's hitting you in the back of the ear because I've been watching a lot of fights go on lately where I'm seeing a lot of shots go off behind the head, and these referees are not saying too much about it at all. If you look at the fight with Billy Joe Saunders, where he pulled that fight out against the Argentine guy, the guy from Argentina, 3-4 shots behind the head, man. In rapid fire, the referee's not saying anything about it. Also, the problem that you're going to have with Deontay Wilder if he cuffs you slightly with the inside of his hand is your head is going to spin as if he hit you flush on the knuckles. And if you go out, they're not going to wake you up to get him, to punish him for hitting you in a legal spot in the head. So, I ain't going to make too much of what Luis Ortiz had to say in that regard. I think he's just trying to, game the referees a little bit, maybe have them look for something so they might warn Deontay Wilder about it. And then, he might be a little less willing to, or be careful about throwing the punches that he throws. I don't think that's going to work with Deontay Wilder because I'm telling you, man, I think that dude is he's in killer mode in that fight, and he's going to hit you however that punch lands. And if it lands the right way, you say bye-bye. Now, that said, Luis Ortiz is also saying pretty much the same thing that Evander Holyfield said about Deontay Wilder. And this is one of the things that I really wish people could understand about Deontay Wilder. And it's something that it took me a while to appreciate, and it's that his greatness or his level of extreme goodness, whatever you want to say, but his high level of success comes from the fact that in large part because he's unpredictable. because you don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what angle punches are going to come from. And as a result, it's very difficult to prepare for him. If you have somebody that is just very orthodox, and I don't mean orthodox in the way, just orthodox in your stance, right? When boxing, we talk about orthodox, we talk about southpaw. That's right-handed, left-handed, but the way that I'm using the word orthodox, I'm talking about people that throw punches the way that you're taught to expect punches. Expect when the left jab comes, expect a straight right, and then after that to expect a hook, right? All the ways that you're taught and you're trained to expect punches to come. That's the orthodox way of fighting. There's a guy named Barry Robinson with A Million Styles Boxing. Used to have a YouTube channel. I don't know if he still has a YouTube channel, but I saw him in Oscar Rivas's camp with or whose camp was it? Oh, he was in a camp for Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. But he used to have this show, A Million Style Boxing on YouTube. We used to watch it all the time. And he would talk about the necessity to throw out the manual. And when you get to a certain level of boxing, that people start expecting you to do and fight by the manual. So every once in a while, you've got to do something that's not in the manual. And at that high level of fighting, that's what separates somebody that's somebody that's good from great, or a winner from a loser at that level. And whenever I see Deontay Wilder fight, that's pretty much what comes out. Evander Holyfield described, before Luis Ortiz said this, and before Luis Ortiz fought Deontay Wilder, explained the same thing, and why he said, and this is when he was talking about why he would pick Deontay Wilder to beat Anthony Joshua, because you just don't know. The only person that knows what Deontay Wilder is going to do in that ring when he gets in that ring is Deontay Wilder. Everybody else just got to wonder. So you can't prepare for it. And that lack of orthodox approach, the unorthodox approach to the sport of boxing and to the way that he attacks people, man, just causes a lot of problems for people, where if they know exactly what their opponent's going to do, they can prepare for exactly what their opponent is going to do. So I just find it ironic that the guy that got into the ring with him and lost, and Luis Ortiz, who's a world-class fighter, right? And you can say anything you want about how old Luis Ortiz is, but you cannot say this guy does not know the sport of boxing. And he's been in the ring with Deontay Wilder. So he's telling you the problem with this guy is you don't know how to prepare for him. You have a Hall of Fame fighter in Holyfield saying the same thing. The thing with Deontay Wilder is you don't know how to prepare for him. That is a major difficulty in dealing with him. So you got these guys, two guys who definitely know the sport of boxing. You can say Luis Ortiz is old, but you can't say he doesn't know boxing. Well, some of you guys will, but it wouldn't make any sense. Somehow they can see this, but other people can't. As far as the illegal punches, I just think that's gamesmanship from Luis Ortiz, and maybe Deontay Wilder does cuff him a little bit on the side of somebody on the side of the head when he starts letting those shots go. But I think you got to be a real strong dude to knock somebody out with a cuff. You know what I mean? That's like you slapping somebody to sleep. That's a strong dude. The last part of this, though, man, people are going to start predicting, talking about how, what are the pay-per-view numbers going to do? What are the pay-per-views going to do? Yeah, around 400,000 pay-per-views. That's what they're going to do, about 400,000 pay-per-views. The show that they're on, Countdown, is doing extremely well, did extremely well, independent of any other. It wasn't with the NFL this time. It was a standalone program, and it did more than the Errol Spence Sean Porter telecast. Sean Porter versus Errol Spence did 686,000. Deontay Wilder did over 700,000. So that should tell you right there, man, that the interest for Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz is at least what it was for Errol Spence Jr. Sean Porter, which was another pay-per-view success. It was actually a little bit higher, which is consistent. Deontay Wilder's numbers consistently stay higher than other people's. And it's now going to be promoted heading into, this one's not going to be promoted with the NFL. This one's going to be promoted with the WWE and the WWE SmackDown on Fox and Major League Baseball. So which is interesting, man, because I could have sworn Major League Baseball was over, but that's what the article said. It says that, just to make sure that I didn't get that wrong, will display throughout, the postseason. Yeah, it'll be displayed throughout Major League Baseball postseason, as well as Fox's WWE SmackDown series, which airs Friday evenings in prime time. So they have an ongoing program for baseball fans. And if you don't know, baseball has a whole lot of fans in the United States. And the WWE, which is pretty much the same thing that Tyson Fury is using for his American superstardom. So I'm looking forward to the fight. I think it's going to do very, very well on pay-per-view. I'm telling you, man, y'all just need to appreciate Deontay Wilder while we have him. This is a very unique athlete. He's already a great champion for the length of this reign that he had. It's just a shame that, we can't have an undisputed championship fight, so we can know exactly who the best in this era is. I believe it's Deontay Wilder, but reasonable minds can disagree. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, we're out. Peace.